So, do you ever wonder that idea that Jesus spent a lot of his life as a carpenter, making things out of wood and nails, and the irony that it is wood and nails that will cause his demise, and that will be the way in which people get rid of him? So one of the things I've done in churches where I've served is I help people think differently about the cross. And usually on Good Friday, we invite members of the congregation as they come in to worship to make crosses themselves. So usually outside the church, you will have some wood and some nails, and people can take the wood and the nails, and there's something very powerful about hearing the sound of hammers and nails on Good Friday. It gives the cross a different dimension. And again, this is Jesus' world. He worked in wood and nails most of his life. And so the cross becomes this symbol of crucifixion and loss. And what I've done in parishes where I've served, I've asked people to write on the cross things that they want to have transformed, maybe in their personal lives or their family life. So it might be they need more patience, or they need to be more aware of others, or they need to look at their addictions, or they need to be less selfish. So the invitation on Good Friday, and maybe you can do this at home with your family, your children, is to think about all those things that maybe as we're squeezed together in this concentrated way, what are the things in our family life, in our community life, that we'd like to transform this Easter? Now on the back of the cross, you might want to write about the things in our nation or in our world that we're asking God to transform as well. And so when we've made these crosses, and this is something, again, you can do at home and you can make with your families, and maybe you want to put them in your yard. To remind you of what Good Friday is about. And some of you, I invite you, as you're thinking about your beginning of Holy Week, maybe this week you make your crosses and you drop them off at St. Paul's Church. Just drive through, drop them off, and we will put them up on the lawn. And on Holy Saturday, we will create a great fire, the great Easter fire. And from that, we will light the Paschal, the Easter candle, to carry that light that is transformative, that begins in death and the cemetery and the death and the darkness of that Good Friday, that is transformed by Easter Sunday into something else. So I hope that this will be a way for you to think about the things that we want transformed in our personal lives, in our family life, and in the life of our nation, and in the life of our world. There's a wonderful prayer, and I end with this. Lord Jesus Christ, who at the last, through wood and nails, purchased humanity's whole salvation, wield well thy tools in this workshop of thine, so that we who come here rough-hewn may here be fashioned to a truer beauty by thy hand. Amen.